Sarasota County affidavit says Leland Harper planned to kill the victim in his sex abuse case and their entire family from jail and hired someone to do it. But according to the affidavit, the person Harper told about the plan and sent almost $30,000 to was a confidential informant. In recorded conversations detailed in the affidavit, Harper told the informant he thought the deaths would help get the charges and cases against him dropped. The affidavit says Harper told the informant it would have been great if the victim and family could have been gone a year earlier, saying, "No face, no case. If there are no witnesses, there's no trial." But what was a man convicted in Oregon doing in a Florida jail? Chuck Mickley was the lead prosecutor on the Oregon case and tells me during the investigation, the victim said some abuse happened in Florida. The detectives sent the information to Florida officials, and after Harper was convicted, they decided to charge him for the abuse there.
Anytime that a person is serving a sentence and they are in custody and going to serve a long sentence, the prosecuting attorney's office wouldn't want to wait for that sentence to be completed before extraditing a person, and so they made the decision to extradite him out to the state of Florida so that he could be prosecuted for the crimes that he committed in that state.
Before his Oregon conviction, evidence showed Harper, who was living in Portugal then, had gone to great lengths trying to avoid extradition to the U.S. He even looked into moving to Montenegro. So, Mickley says the alleged plot to kill the victim and their family is extreme, but not necessarily a shock.
He's made efforts all throughout the process to try to avoid the consequences of his criminal actions. And so this isn't necessarily surprising that he is going through a lot of additional steps to try to get out from the trouble that he's caused himself by committing these crimes.
So what happens next? Mickley tells me he expects once those Florida cases are resolved, that Harper will be sent back to Oregon to finish out the remainder of his sentence here. And then he could be sent back to Florida to serve whatever sentences he gets for those charges. Harper's also facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit related to that sex abuse case here in Oregon, but no word yet on if those new Florida charges will impact that.